Imagine it's 30 years from today, your mortgage is gone. Your friend? He's still paying rent. Sounds obvious, but here's the problem. For the first 10 years, your friend was actually richer than you. How is that possible? Most people think this debate is simple. Buy a home, build equity, end of story. Others say renting gives you freedom, invest the difference, you'll come out ahead. The truth? Both sides leave out the most important numbers. Today, we're running the full calculation, no sales pitch, no bias, just math. And before this video ends, you'll know exactly when buying is the smartest decision, when renting wins, and why one small mistake can quietly cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's meet Bob and Marcus. They're both 30. They earn the same salary, they have the same savings, they even live in the same city. On paper, their lives look identical, but one decision changes everything. Bob buys a house, Marcus keeps renting. Neither of them knows it yet, but today they've just made one of the biggest financial decisions of their lives. The house costs $400,000. Bob puts down $80,000, 20%, no mortgage insurance. Everyone congratulates Bob. His parents are proud, his friends are impressed. They all tell him the same thing. You're finally building wealth. Bob believes them. Why wouldn't he? Marcus hears something very different. You're wasting money. You're paying someone else's mortgage. You'll regret this. After hearing it enough times, he starts questioning himself. Maybe they're right. Maybe renting really is a mistake. The day Bob gets his keys, he doesn't become richer, he becomes poorer. Not because buying is bad, because buying is expensive. Closing costs, inspection, legal fees, taxes, insurance, furniture, small repairs, one bill after another. Bob's $80,000 is gone, and another $10,000 disappears almost immediately. Nobody posts that part on Instagram. Meanwhile, Marcus has a very different experience. He signs the lease, he gets the keys, he moves in, that's it. No leaking roof, no broken furnace, no surprise repair bills. His landlord handles everything. Marcus does one thing. He invests his $80,000, every dollar. Then he makes another promise. Every month, whatever money he saves by renting, he invests that too. It sounds simple, almost boring, but that habit will decide the next 30 years of his life. 3 months go by, nothing changes. Bob makes his mortgage payment, Marcus pays his rent, life goes on. Then 6 months pass. Bob feels confident, he owns a home. Marcus still feels uncertain, he owns nothing, at least, that's what everyone tells him. But here's what almost nobody explains. Owning a house doesn't mean every payment makes you richer, not in the beginning. In fact, the first years are the most expensive. Most of Bob's payment goes straight to the bank, interest, not equity. That surprises a lot of people. Think about it. Bob pays thousands of dollars every month, but only a small part. Actually reduces his loan. The rest? Interest, taxes, insurance, maintenance money he'll never see again. Suddenly, rent doesn't seem so wasteful. Marcus has a different plan. Every month, he opens his investment account. He invests the difference. No excuses, no skipped months, no trying to time the market. He buys again and again and again. It isn't exciting, but investing rarely is. 3 years later, Bob's neighborhood looks better. Trees are taller, his backyard is finished. He's proud of what he built, and he should be. But while Bob was building a home, Marcus was building something else, a portfolio. By now, Marcus's investments have grown far more than he expected. His original savings are worth much more. His monthly investments keep compounding. And here's the shocking part. If both men sold everything today, Marcus would probably have the higher net worth, not by a huge amount, but enough to surprise almost everyone. If this story ended here, renting would be the clear winner. Case closed, except this is exactly where most comparisons stop, and that's why they get the wrong answer, because the next few years change everything. Around year 7, the balance starts to shift. Slowly at first, then faster, and once it happens, it's very difficult to reverse. Before we get there, there's one mistake almost every renter makes, and it completely destroys the strategy. If you understand this one lesson, you'll never look at renting the same way again. Here's the biggest lie in this entire debate. People say, renting is cheaper. That's only half the truth. Renting is only cheaper if you invest the difference every month without fail for years. Most people don't. They spend it. A nicer car, more vacations, better restaurants, a bigger apartment. Little by little, their advantage disappears, not because renting failed, because they failed the plan. Marcus is different. He treats investing like a bill, not like a choice. The money leaves his account automatically before he can spend it. Month after month, year after year. He doesn't try to be smart, he just stays consistent. Then the market crashes. Hard. News channels panic. Experts predict disaster. Friends tell Marcus to wait. Don't invest now. Things could get worse. Marcus ignores them. He keeps buying because he understands something most people don't. The biggest returns usually begin when fear is at its highest. Meanwhile, Bob has his own problems. His water heater breaks. A few months later, part of the roof needs repairs. Part of the roof needs repairs. Nothing catastrophic, just expensive. Thousands of dollars disappear. Again, this is homeownership. Nobody escapes it. Every wall, every room, every upgrade adds value to his life. Some investments can't be measured on a spreadsheet. 10 years pass. Bob is 40. Marcus is 42. Both worked hard. Both earned more money. Both made sacrifices. But their lives look very different now. But here's something interesting. Bob doesn't regret buying. Not for a second. Because every repair improves something he owns. Now comes the surprise. Marcus is still slightly ahead. His portfolio is worth more. His money is liquid. He can sell part of it tomorrow. Bob can't. Most of Bob's wealth is locked inside his house. That's an advantage, but it's also a limitation. At this point, most financial videos would declare Marcus the winner, but that would be a mistake, because the race isn't over, not even close. The next 10 years change the entire picture. Every year, Marcus gets another email. Your rent is increasing. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's painful. But it never stops, year after year. The number keeps growing. Now Bob is 50, Marcus is 52. They meet for dinner, just like old times. They laugh. They tell stories. Then the conversation changes. Someone asks a simple question. So, who made the better decision? Silence. Because the answer isn't obvious anymore. Bob's house has increased dramatically in value. His mortgage balance is much smaller. His equity is enormous. Marcus has something different. His portfolio has grown for 20 years. Compound interest has done its job. He's built serious wealth. For a moment, they're surprisingly close. Closer than most people would ever expect. Here's the truth. Buying isn't automatically better. Renting isn't automatically smarter. Buying makes sense if you plan to stay for many years. Renting makes sense if you truly invest the difference. Most people don't. That's why buying often wins. Not because the math is better, because human behavior is worse. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and tell me in the comments, are you team buy or team rent? I'd love to hear your opinion.